Hey everyone, welcome to another video, and today I'm going to be going through this ridiculous Konica Minolta print preferences panel, which is very confusing and everyone gets it wrong and doesn't know what it's supposed to do and how it works. So I thought I'd just go through it. First of all, what you need to do to get the driver, the one I'm looking at, go into your browser, Google or Bing. I'm using Bing for reasons I won't bore you with. Konica Download Center, search for that and you'll get this link here to the download center. Go into there. Now I'm using a Konica Bizhub C258. There it is, which is an A3 multifunctional colour photocopier kind of thing. Go into drivers, and then what you want to do is just look for the automatic driver installer, and I'm using this one 4.140, so go ahead and download that, install it, and what you'll find is in your control panel printers you'll have your Konica Minolta once you've installed it. Okay. What you then do is you go into your printing preferences and you get your panel. Now, the important thing is it comes with a bunch of settings already: default, 2-in-1, copy, security, photo and grayscale. And I've added watermark 2 here, but it's this button here, this edit button. This edit button doesn't do what you think it does, and that's where all the confusion comes from. So basically, if you want to add, we'll come to that in a second, if you want to add a new favourite setting in this panel, then you've just got to go through and set all your various options, so A4 to A4, portrait, two-sided, one-sided, whatever. By the way, you'll need to go through all these tabs, but they do give you this thing called My Tab, which allows you to edit these two columns here and just put your favourite bits in there. So I'm going to take out output method because I never changed that. And I'm going to put in watermark, and I'm going to add that to the left. You can add it to the left or to the right column, but basically once you've, I never staple either, so I'm going to remove stapling and I'll leave folding in there. Click OK, and that will put all your most favourite bits and pieces from all these tabs into one panel called My Tab. If that's useful, go ahead and do it. So portrait A4 to A4 with a watermark, one-sided, and I'm going to do it as grayscale. Once you've got all the settings how you want, click Add. Give it a name, so I'm going to call it Watermark 1. And don't forget to select all these settings, select all. Otherwise, when you choose watermark, any other settings that you change will be carried with it. Whereas if you select all of these, then click OK. When you select watermark 1, all the settings that are currently in there right now will be restored to that setting. What I mean by that is if we create, let's for example say we set this to A5, A4 to A5, and I added a new one called watermark 3, but I didn't select all those options, then I might not necessarily get A5 coming in there. It might be set to whatever it's currently set to, or how the last person left it. So get used to ticking select all whenever you generate one of these new settings, okay, to make sure it does restore copies and paper type and watermark and whatever else. Okay, so always tick that. Okay, so once we've got our settings in there, have a look in the drop down. We've got our default settings plus watermark 1 and watermark 2, and we can switch between those, and you can see A4 to A4 and so on. Okay, so then we come to this edit box. Supposing I want to change watermark 1 to be double-sided here, do I click edit and make my change? No, because this edit button has nothing to do with the settings, the printer settings at all. The edit button just allows you to delete settings, favourites rather, change the name of your favourite, change the icon of your favourite, specify whether you're going to share this favourite with other users that are logged onto this PC. So if you've got user 1, user 2 and user 3, then I can create a favourite setting called watermark 1, which I can share between those other users on the system. Plus, what you can also do is export these settings, and on another PC, in another office, you can import those settings. It exports as a KSF Konica settings file. So you can email that over to someone else for them to import these settings. But that's all this edit button does. It has nothing to do with changing the settings of those favourites. You can see what the settings are by looking through here, but you can't change anything. There's nothing you can click here that will allow you to change it. So it's purely to sort of remove and update and change the name of these settings here. If you want to make a change to a favourite, you can't. You'll have to basically choose the favourite, make the change that you want, and then you've got to add it as a new favourite. And you can't even overwrite the original one. If, let's say I call this watermark 1, you can't even overwrite watermark 1 with that extra setting that you've changed. You're going to have to make it watermark 2, save it, and now you can go in and remove watermark 1, because that one's not one I want anymore. I wanted it to be two-sided. So now I've got my watermark 2 two-sided. Hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you next time.